let's go, let's go. I will learn new things. I will be creative. Grab the gators, let's gather round. An adventure is always waiting. The storytelling news for us, and we always know what's happening. We act, we play, we dance, we sing from 9 to 10 on Saturday morning. Youth on the go. Whoa. Let's start the show. Youth on the go. Whoa. Let's start the show. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Good morning, good morning, good morning to all of our radio listeners or viewers via One Radio's Facebook page and YouTube channel, and welcome to another edition of Youth on the Go here on One Radio. I am Zahnela Claxton from the Department of Education, and I am here with you every Saturday to share opportunities, updates, activities, anything that we can to help to further develop and, of course, empower our young people. And this Saturday is no different. I would like to start off by sharing some of the scholarship opportunities. We also have it's term 2, and we've had a bit of a hiatus, but we have a lot of high energy in the air. We have our school level sports meets happening, and so I'll share a bit of an update with you, and of course the projected calendar for the rest of the term for our school sports meets. And then we have some other opportunities for our students and young people. And then of course this past week we had 2 graduation ceremonies. The Charleston Secondary School and of course the Navis Sixth Form had a separate ceremony, and so we are going to spend some time also highlighting some of the students and of course some of the high points from the graduation ceremony. So we have a lot going on, and so I want to just share with you some of the scholarships available currently. So we have still open the UVI scholarship, and that scholarship is specifically for persons who graduated from the Clarence Fitzroy Bryant College or the Navis Sixth Form, and you're eligible whether or not you graduated recently or some time has passed. If you had graduated years ago, you're certainly welcome to apply. The scholarships are only available to graduates who are interested in undertaking studies at UVI for a maximum of 4 years. And the following documents are needed. So if you are interested in applying for to the University of the Virgin Islands, and you want to apply for this scholarship, then your deadline is Thursday, March 31st, 2022. You would need 1 original and 1 copy of your application, your completed application form, 1 original and 1 certified copy of your birth certificate, originals and certified copies of high school and college certificates of qualification, and 1 original and 1 certified copy of your university acceptance letter. Application forms can be collected from the Ministry of Human Resources at Penny's. They're in the Social Security building on the 2nd floor. And if you need to make contact, you can make contact to contact the Ministry of Human Resources, and the persons with whom you would like to speak would be Mrs. Shanola Murray Gill or Mrs. Shelley Jones Liebert. And if you're listening from St. Kitts, then you would contact Miss Jamila Adams, and she's at the Human Resources Department in St. Kitts, and so you can feel free to reach out. Also, if you need any support or assistance from a representative from the University of the Virgin Islands, we have Dr. Eustace Esdale. He's the professor of accounting, School of Business, and there's a special email, sknrecruits@uvi.edu, sknrecruits@uvi.edu, and there's a local contact number, 664-7166, and he would be also available if you have any questions or you need extra support while applying to UVI. So that's a bit of information for all of you, so that you can take the necessary steps to be able to take advantage of this opportunity. We also, as we know, have the Nia Financial Assistance 2022 available, and so the Ministry of Human Resources is pleased to inform that we are now accepting applications from persons wishing to pursue higher education and are interested in receiving financial assistance from the Navis Island Administration, NIA. An individual may apply for financial assistance whether or not the individual is employed by the NIA. The significance of the financial assistance is measured by the government's priority areas, the individual's professional development, the strategic objectives of the country, and the contribution their education will make to the wider community. Kindly note that law, medicine, and business do not form part of the priority listing for 2022. Interesting persons must adhere to the following guidelines for the application to be considered. A cover letter addressed to the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Human Resources, requesting financial assistance. The letter should state the course of study and why you wish to undergo the specified field of education, and how will such training influence your professional development. How will your professional development contribute to the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis, and the commencement date and expected duration of studies. You're also expected to provide an original university acceptance letter. University applicants who have not yet received acceptance letters are encouraged to still apply to NIA, providing evidence that they have applied to an accredited university. A breakdown of course fees from the respective university and a completed financial assistance application form. And you can get those application forms by making contact once again with the Ministry of Human Resources. They're at Penny's Social Security Building, second floor, and the individuals would be more than happy to provide the necessary support and guidance for you. And then we also know that we have some local scholarships available. We know that the University of Medicine and Health Sciences and Windsor University on St. Kitts, they have an open application for persons who may be interested, for 4 individuals who may be interested in pursuing studies there. And there's no particular deadline, but I always encourage persons first come, first served. So make sure that you complete all of the documents, and if you need more information, you're encouraged to make contact with the Ministry of Human Resources as well. And then we have Ross University, the Ross University scholarships, and those scholarships, the same obtains, so it's available for 4 persons who are interested in veterinary medicine, and while there is no particular deadline for receiving the application, you are reminded that it is important to apply to the university and get acceptance, and then go ahead and apply for the scholarship. And of course, then that will put you in a better position to be able to successfully apply and hopefully potentially receive one of those 4 scholarships from Ross University. And the same contact information applies, so reach out to Mrs. Morrigill or Mrs. Liebert there at the Ministry of Human Resources, and they wonderful individuals. They will be more than willing and open to assist you as far as possible. So those are the available scholarships that we are aware of as of this point, and we want to encourage everyone to be part of these activities. We also have a few activities through the Department of Youth that we want to share. So it's Easter camp time again. Even though we're in March, I know parents have started to wonder what they will do with their children during the March months, and the 2 weeks of Easter break. Note that last day for students is April 1st, and so Green Camp will be taking place. The Department of Youth will be hosting Green Camp from students ages 5 to 16, and the enrollment dates from the 11th to the 18th of April. Camp will run from 9 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. and will be held at the ETW Park. The admission fee is just $30. If you need more information, you can contact the Department of Youth, 469-5521, extension 6711, 6712, or you can go on over to the Reliable Motors Complex, the second floor, and they will be able to support you as well. And that's not all. The Department of Sports will be, in collaboration with Swim to Win, will be hosting the free Easter swim camp. So right after you finish the Easter Green camp with the Department of Youth on the 18th, commencing the 19th to the 22nd of April, there will be free swimming camps. Students between the ages, or persons between the ages of 5 and 12 are encouraged to register and to be part of this experience, and it will run from 9 a.m. to 12 noon, or there are 2 time slots, or 1:30 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. Of course, there's only limited space, and so you have until the 8th of April to register, but parents are encouraged to allow their students to attend the free Easter swim camp. And that, of course, will be exciting. We had the Swim to Win team with us last week. They were here. We had Terry and Ann in studio, and they were able to share a lot about Swim to Win, and so we want to encourage everyone to enroll our children between the ages of 5 and 12. We also want to remind you that the countdown is on for the Navis Youth Careers Expo, which is slated to take place on March 25th, 2022. Please join or follow the Navis Youth Careers Expo page on Facebook, and you will be able to get updates through that medium as well. So we are going to take a short break, and we'll be right back.
Sugar City St. Kitts, keep it sweet. Keep listening to Vaughn.
It's time, come on, rise and shine. You know, I know we're gonna have a great time. And now we're past it quickly, you don't wanna miss it. So turn up the radio, it's you on the go. Youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Oh, youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Whoa, let's go. I will learn new things. I will be creative. Grab your gears, let's gather around, and adventure is always waiting. The storytelling news for us, and we always know what's happening. We act, we play, we dance, we sing from 9 to 10 on Saturday morning. Youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Oh, youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Whoa, let's go.
Let's go. Good morning to all of our radio listeners, our viewers via Von Radio's Facebook page and YouTube channel, and welcome to another edition of Youth on the Go. I am Zahnela Claxton from the Department of Education, and I'm here with you on Saturdays to share updates, information, anything that I can to provide opportunities for our young people and to promote and stimulate their development and growth. And this Saturday is no different. Ahead of the break, we shared some scholarship opportunities as well as some upcoming camp activities for our students and for our young people being provided by the Department of Sports and the Department of Youth. And we're now going to transition a little bit. As I said, we had an exciting week this past week with the various sporting activities. The formal sports meets started this week, and we started on the 1st of March with the St. James Primary School, and then we went all over to the Cicely Brown Integrated School. They had an exciting meet as well, and that was on the 2nd of March, and then on the 3rd of March we saw the Joycelyn Library Primary School, and they were able to also successfully host their sports meet. As we continued on the school levels, we had a few other road relays and cross countries also happening, and we want to highly commend the parents for their continued support and their presence as their children participate in the various activities. We are looking forward to another exciting week coming up. We have Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday this week. We will see on Wednesday the St. Thomas's Primary School. We'll have their meet at the Navis Athletic Stadium commencing at 1 p.m. So go on out and support the St. Thomas's Primary School. Remember that tickets can be purchased from the school. Okay, you can purchase tickets ahead of time from the school. Tickets for the children are $3, adults $5, and then in parking $15, and so the school will be able to provide you further guidance on that. And then on Thursday we return to the Navis Athletic Stadium at 1 p.m. where we will support the Elizabeth Pemberton Primary School, and they will have their sports meet, so make sure you go on out and be there from 1 o'clock to support the students of the school. Then on Friday we return once again for the final time during that week to see the Ivor Walters Primary School, and they will have their meet at the Navis Athletic Stadium, as I said, from 12:30 p.m. So Wednesday, St. Thomas's Primary; Thursday, Elizabeth Pemberton Primary; Friday, Ivor Walters Primary, all at the Navis Athletic Stadium. And that's this week. And then the following week, we'll see Wednesday the 16th, Charleston Primary, at 1 p.m. and the same venue, Navis Athletic Stadium. Then Thursday, Gingerland Secondary. That's Thursday 17th March, Gingerland Secondary, Navis Athletic Stadium, 12:30 p.m. And then Friday, the March 18th, VOJN Primary at their school grounds at 1 p.m. Then in the following week, we'll see the Navis Academy having their meet on March 22nd, Tuesday, March 22nd, and then Mod Cross Prep will have their meet on March 29th. And of course, on April 29th, when we return for the beginning of the new term, April 29th, Charlestown Secondary will have their meet at that time. And so we want to encourage you can save the date now, April 29th. That's the first Friday after school reopens, the last Friday in April. Charlestown Secondary School will have their meet. So we, of course, will update you with the time for that meet, but we encourage you to support the students, to support the school, as they continue their athletic events. We want to also take this opportunity. We know that the excitement and the energy is really high, but we want to encourage parents and encourage everyone to remember that we are trying to get a balance, and so we want to ensure that we're not dropping one activity or the academic focus altogether. And so we want to encourage your parents to ensure that your children are still doing their homework and completing their assignments as they are as requested by their teachers, so that they can be holistically developed and that we can continue to support their growth. We are aware that we have some academic gaps, and so we want to encourage you to remember that we want you to support them equally in their academic pursuits, as you have been doing so exceptionally well in their athletic pursuits. And so remember to ask them to complete their assignments and their homework, and to remind them that they need to study to complete their assessments that they might have at school. So we want to ask for your continued support in this matter. Okay, so those are the dates for the upcoming sports meets. As I said, very eventful, very packed calendar for the next few weeks. And I'm telling you, the level of excitement and energy at the sports meets cannot be measured. I know that persons are very excited to be back out. We are a community of track and field. I know that we are a cricket community, but when it comes to track and field, the whole island comes alive, and there is no doubt about that. So I want to say to everyone, and we encourage you to attend. We encourage you to buy your tickets ahead of time. We encourage you to support the students in their various activities. We know that and what I love most about about athletic events is that doesn't matter if you're at the front or at the back, the announcers are often encourage the crowd, and even without that prompting, you would see the crowd cheering on the students who are coming in on the back end, especially if they took a long time, giving them a clap in finish. And so that is the kind of support that we love, and culturally that's a strength that we have. And so I think that for me was the biggest selling point, that the students were supported, of course from the front, and those at the back were supported to finish. And children, we can learn so many important lessons from these activities. In fact, when you start, you try to finish. You try to take it to the end. And from the community perspective, we support children so that even when they want to give up, that they know that they have a community of persons cheering them in all that they do, and that we're waiting for them to finish, and that we're there to support. And I think one of the reasons children love this time of year is that they feel the presence, they feel the community's support, they feel their family's support. Perhaps they might know, and perhaps they might not know just how great the support is all year round, but I'm telling you, you can feel the support and the high energy during this time of year, and I think that really gets the children going and keeps them going and pushes them to want to do their best at all times. So we don't know how much power we have as a community. Sometimes we underestimate our own value. We underestimate our contribution to the students' development as a community, and so I wanted to draw our attention to it, to highlight that in fact we are important to the students, and what we say, what we do, our actions generally, and our support is always appreciated, and it gives them that extra gumption that they need and the extra oomph that they need. And so it will be remiss of me to not once again repeat that we would love to see that level of support in all areas, because if children realize that we place value on something, they often put out the extra effort to get it done. So whatever it is that they're doing, we encourage that level of support, that community feel, that island-wide support that we are seeing. We also want to say thank you to all of the persons who attended. As I said, I know that the energy is there and everyone is excited, and so the attendance, the meets that I attended so far have been well attended, and we want to encourage you to continue to do that. So for some children, they have never, for example, our grade 1 students and our kindergarten students have never been part of a track and field meet. So it was actually a new experience for them. Remember, through the COVID, they have not been part of a lot of these processes. So it was a new energy. And then for those who are currently in grade 2 and up, some of them barely remember because it's been a minute, it's been a while. And so for some of them, it was a novel experience. It was new. And of course, those who are coming up for the next few weeks. So bear with them, encourage them, support them. We know that, as I said, we get excited, but we also have to remember that for some students it's new, and they will take a little while to get back to it, because for some it's just a faded memory, while for others it's new. But they're putting out their energy, so I know that you're doing a lot on the back end to support them and guide them through what the process would look like. I also want to say commendations to all of the coaches who have been working assiduously to encourage and to prepare our students for the various meets. Sometimes it can get daunting, and sometimes in any field you can feel that persons don't see just how much it takes, and I know it takes a lot to get the work done. So to all of the coaches, thank you. To all of the sports committees, thank you. And as we close out the talk on sports for today, I want to, and as I speak about coaches, I want to single out our newly retired coach, Mr. Kervin Wallace. I want to say that Mr. Wallace has left an indelible mark on sports on Navis, and of course at the Joyston Library Primary School. He was assigned there for several years and has contributed significantly not only to the school but to the physical education program across the island. He was a model coach. He always put the students' safety first. He was always creative in ensuring that we get the job done, but we got the job done in a way, as I said, that protects the students. And so he came up with the Kids Athletics program, which was a non-competitive athletics activity for students. And really and truly, that was, before COVID, one of the highlights for students, because they were able to demonstrate some of the activities that they did during the PE class without that school versus school feel. They were able to have fun. They were able to show mastery of various skills, and so he should be highly commended, and he is highly commended and appreciated by the Ministry and Department of Education. And he was recognized during the sports meet held at the Navis Athletic Stadium. The staff at the Joycelyn Library Primary School, staff and students, took the opportunity to recognize Mr. Wallace. But Mr. Wallace, on behalf of the Ministry and Department of Education, I want to say that we really appreciate all that you have done over the years, and we wish you nothing but the best in this new leg of your journey, because we know you have so much left in you, and you have so much left to contribute to the development of Navis. And so we wish you the very best in your future endeavors. Right, we're going to take a short break, and then we'll be right back.
When VON vibrates, the whole Caribbean must shake.
860 AM, the powerhouse.
It's time, come on, rise and shine. You know, I know we're gonna have a great time. And now we're past it quickly, you don't wanna miss it. So turn up the radio, it's you on the go. You on the go, whoa. Let's start the show, oh. You on the go, whoa. Let's start the show, whoa. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I will learn new things, I will be creative. Grab your gears, let's gather around, and adventure is always waiting. The storytelling news for us, and we always know what's happening. We act, we play, we dance, we sing from 9 to 10 on Saturday morning. Youth on the go, whoa. Let's start the show, oh. Youth on the go, whoa. Let's start the show, whoa. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Good morning, good morning, good morning to all of our radio listeners or viewers via Von Radio's Facebook page and YouTube channel, and welcome to another edition of Youth on the Go here on Von Radio. I am Zahnela Claxton from the Department of Education, and we are here with you to share opportunities, activities, anything that we can to help to further develop our young people, our students, and this week is no different. In fact, I think that we've covered a lot of different activities that have been occurring and will occur in short order, and I want to just take one last trip down memory lane. We're going to take a look at the graduation ceremonies for the Charleston Secondary School and of course the Navis Sixth Form, both of which took place on Wednesday. The students who completed their studies in 2021 were able to graduate in 2022. I think that's an anomaly in itself. Their theme was Adapt to Succeed. I want to take this opportunity to recognize some of the students. Of course, we know with the various changes and ensuring that we keep the ceremonies crisp and condensed. We were not able to announce every single award for the students. They were, however, displayed on the screen as the students made their way to the front to get their certificates of completion. And so I want to just recognize some of the students this morning, and of course some of the persons who also contributed awards. We, as a system, and of course as the Charleston Secondary School, would not be able to have all of these awards without the various contributors. And so I know that you will get your other thank yous, but from the Department of Education, I thought it would be remiss if I didn't take the opportunity to also share the names of some of the contributors for the various awards. First of all, I want to say commendations to the valedictorian, Jaquela Barrett, and our salutatorian, Alexander Keynes. Congratulations to those students and of course to their families as well. And so we had some special awards. We had the Millicent Byron Award for Top Science and Math, Jaquela Barrett. James T. Neal Award for second best technical went to Jewel Scarborough. The City Drugstore Award, Best Science, Jackella Barrett. Ingle Blackett Award for sports and academics went to Carlin Bowen Tuckett. The Sonita Barrett Daniel Award for top modern language student went to Leandra Webb. The TDC Awards for Best Business went to Imani Lawrence. The Gender Affairs Award for Best Male Technical, Rodison Jeffers. Best Female Technical, Brianne Chapman. The National Association of Secretaries Award for Top Business, Imani Lawrence. The Bank of Navis Award went to Jackella Barrett. The Ashley Farrell Award for Top Geography Student went to Christian Hanley. The Hansel Manners Award for Top English B Student went to Xavier Hendrickson. The Lorna Howell Award for Best Mathematics went to Leandra Webb. The Howell Realty Award for Most Improved Student went to Alexander Keynes. The Valedictorian Award, Jackella Barrett, and that was from the Junior Minister of Education. The Salutatorian Award from the Junior Minister of Education went to Alexander Keynes. The SLC Awards from the Junior Minister of Education went to Louiska Winston and Kaylin Williams. The Brands Architectural Award for Top Technical Student, Rodison Jeffers. The Roberto Hector Award for Top Agriculture Student went to Alyssa Taylor. The Navis Electricity Company Award for Top Electricity Student went to Xavier Hendrickson. The Hailita Liebert Award for Excellence Despite the Odds went to Tia Kelly. The Sir Hugh Rollins Award, Top History Student, Jackella Barrett. The MCC Women's Commission Award, Food, Nutrition and Health went to Thajay Jeffers. The Zone 1 Auto Award for Most Improved Technical Student went to Omarion Bartlett. The Hazel Brandy Williams Award for Leadership Female, Brianne Chapman. The Harold H. and Patricia L. Cole Awards, Best CSEC, Jackella Barrett. Best 5821, Mario Palmer. And Best Sportsperson, Alexander Keynes. The Premier's Award for Best CSEC, Jackella Barrett. The Dwight Morton Award for Top Technical Student went to Rodison Jeffers. The Gerard Brown Award went to Louiska Winston for Best CCSLC. The Maureen Adams Award for Social Studies, Sarai Archibald. The Best 5821 Male, Mario Palmer. Best 5821 Female, Esther Gomez Villanueva. Marjorie Morton Award, Sarai Archibald, Top English A Student. The Colin Walters Award, Jackella Barrett for Top Science Student. The Yvonne Hendrickson Award for Top Male EDPM, Alexander Keynes. Top Female EDPM, Rebecca Chowti Pasad. The Amisol Award for Perseverance in Spanish, Kirina Grant. The A1 Office Technology Award for Best Technical Student, Rodison Jeffers. The Vance Amory Award for Sports and Academics, Alexander Keynes. The Stuart Williams Cricket Academy Award went to Tijari Clark. The Most Improved Modern Language Award went to Tyrone Matthew, and the Merrill Carbon Memorial Award, Jaden Liebert for Physics. The Institute of Chartered Accountants Award went to Jackella Barrett for Best Principles of Accounts. The Carib Jack Award went to Alexander Keynes for Most Improved CSEC Student. The Class of 2001 Award went to Lemaya Pollard for Academic Excellence, Omarion Bartlett for CSEC Academic Consistency, and Anika Huggins for CSEC Academic Improvement. And so we want to congratulate the students who were recipients of those awards, and we also want to commend the donors, the contributors who would not, these awards would not be possible without your continued support and your contributions. At this point, we're going to take a listen to the speech from the CSEC, the Charleston Secondary School's valedictorian for 2021, Miss Jackella Barrett.
Psalms 118 verse 24 says, "This is the day which the Lord hath made. We will rejoice and be glad in it." A pleasant good morning to all. Please allow me to adopt the protocol that was established by our chairperson, Mr. Marvin Hanley. Have any one of you ever driven a Corvette? If someone were to offer you a brand new Corvette free of cost, would you take it? My grandmother, who is going to be 75 later this month, refers to COVID-19 as the Corvette, despite the many times she has been corrected. Whenever she mentions the word Corvette, it just reminds me of a Corvette. So I will borrow Granny's reference for today. Our high school journey up to fourth form, for the most part, was pretty normal. However, once fourth form began, in earnest, we suddenly realized that things were getting serious. Firstly, all the teachers suddenly started talking about SBAs and CXC exams, morning, noon, and night. It was SBA, 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 CXC, CXC, CXC. Then, in March of 2020, everyone in the Federation received brand new Corvette. This Corvette did not come with a manual, and no one I knew ever driven one before. We were just handed the key and told drive. Teachers in particular had to learn quickly, and so they did. They very quickly introduced us to online learning. We sincerely apologize for all those times we accidentally muted the session while we were still talking, or fell asleep and didn't answer when you called on us. We forgot to unmute, or we were having internet issues. You see, we were learning too, trying to maneuver a shift system that had us starting our school day at 12:45 p.m., most of us having crawled out of bed a mere half an hour before. And if things couldn't get any more challenging, at the very end of the first term, we received the tragic news of our physics teacher, Mr. Carbon, had passed away. Everyone knew Mr. Carbon, whether he taught them or not. As my mother's colleague, my brother and I knew Mr. Carbon long before we got to high school. I am reminded of a story my mother always tells. As children, we referred to everyone as auntie and uncle. And so one day when my brother Javian was still in kindergarten, he came home very excited and declared, "Uncle Carbon said he gonna give me a puppy." So whether he was Uncle Carbon, Mr. Carbon, or simply Carbon, he was definitely a very good physics teacher, and we were all saddened by his sudden passing. Gratitude is a must, and as such, we, the class of 2021, are eternally grateful to all our teachers for your investment of your time, knowledge, money, and love. To begin to call names now would require a lot more time than is allowed, and then there is the danger of leaving out someone. However, there is this one teacher in particular, I will not call her name, who we all feared. The sight of her heading towards the class would have us scrambling to get inside before she did. Her calling on us in class and we not knowing the answer was our worst nightmare. So when first form was over, we breathed a collective sigh of relief. But to our surprise, there she was again in second form, and again in third form, then fourth form, and even fifth form. We had this teacher from first to fifth form, and I truly believe that some of us passed the subject simply out of fear. We are also grateful to past principal Mr. Elliott and our present principal Mr. Williams and deputy principals Mr. Titley and Mrs. Dorr. I say an extra special thank you to you, Mr. Williams, for skillfully and courageously leading us through this pandemic. Definitely not an easy job. Mr. Titley, I can see you walking around the campus saying, "Where is your mask? Pull up your mask, put your shirt in your pants." Thank you for your commitment to our health and well-being. Our parents had to adapt and learn to drive that COVID very quickly as well. Many became teachers themselves to ensure that their children could navigate programs on unfamiliar devices and had access to reliable internet. Our parents also did their best to make sure we were logged on and awake for classes. To them, we say thank you. I would like to take this opportunity to thank my parents, Kevin and Laverne Barrett. Mommy and Daddy, thank you for your love, support, encouragement, and prayers. To my brother Javian, thank you for encouraging me to relax. You would always say, "Girl, relax, take a break. You still studying on a Friday night?" Thanks also to all my aunties, uncles, cousins, and grandparents who supported me. I also want to thank my church family at Shiloh Baptist Church for their prayers and encouragement. Today, I would like to toot my horn in acknowledgement of my fellow graduates who have demonstrated the ability to very quickly adapt, follow a path that was uncharted, and plan ahead even when it was a futile undertaking. Preparing for CSEC exams in an environment where there were shutdowns and lockdowns, isolations and quarantines, and where even the time of exam was uncertain. Out of all of this, though, came amazing results. Permit me the time to single out 3 extraordinary young persons, in my opinion, who stand out among us. Toot toot, Omarion Bartlett, an outstanding footballer. In addition to his skills on the field, he has proven to be an exceptional student. Having done extremely well at CCSLC exams, he returned to 4th form to begin the CSEC program that most of us would have started in 3rd form. He then went on to pass all the subjects he attempted. Truly remarkable. Congratulations, Omarion. Toot toot, Carlon Bowen-Tuckett. While getting ready for exams, Carlon was also training to make the West Indies under-19 cricket team. And so many mornings and afternoons, Carlon was at the gym or in the park training. For him, it was a great balancing act to get the study time in along with the training. The end result, however, was him passing all of his subjects and making the under-19 Cricket World Cup team. A lesson for all of us that sports and academics can be a perfect match. Toot toot, Alexander Keynes is an extremely dedicated and determined young athlete. We have all witnessed Xander training in and out of season. It doesn't matter if it's in the middle of December, as I witnessed this past December, or if it's during sports season. He would have also represented St. Kitts and Nevis in several regional athletic events. In addition to his many achievements in athletics, he holds the distinction of being our salutatorian today. This truly remarkable feat was only possible with great discipline and hard work. It is truly an honor for me to represent the class of 2021 and present the valedictory speech. I, however, wish to acknowledge that we are a dynamic group of young people with diverse skills and ability. In terms of leadership, there is Brianny Chapman. Creativity, Kaylan Williams. Technical skills, Rodderson Jeffers. Baking skills, Rebecca Chowti Prasad. Hairstyling, Latalia Bailey. Entrepreneurship, Mario Palmer. Farming Demarin Newton, and athletic ability in addition to those named before: Kenesi Dorset, Acadian Towillit, Tijari Clark, Jules Scarborough, Lamaya Pollard, Kamali Newton, or Jermaine Bartlett. Finally, today, in the presence of all these witnesses, the Charleston Secondary School class of 2021 would like to assure you that the future of Navis is in good hands. We have proven to you all that we are strong, resilient, intelligent, determined, diligent, and highly motivated. We declare that industry and virtue are in us, and you can count on us all. Thank you for your kind attention. God bless us all.
And of course, you just listened to the valedictory speech for the 2021 valedictorian of the Charleston Secondary School, Miss Jaquela Barrett. And I think that we are, well, it ended by saying that the future of Navis is in good hands, and I must agree that the students have demonstrated their resilience, and they have demonstrated their ability to adapt so that they're able to succeed amidst many trials. At this point, I will share some of the special CAPE awards for the students who graduated from the Navis sixth form. We would not be able to, based on time, we may not be able to listen to the speech, but we will defer until next time. But of course, I want to say special commendations to the valedictorian Zait Bodley and the salutatorian Dejanay Hanley. We also want to acknowledge and thank the sponsors for the various awards, and of course the recipients of those awards. And so the Millicent Byron Award for Top CAPE Student went to Zait Bodley. The Charles Richards Memorial Award for Top CAPE Science and Math, Ajuma Liebert. The City Drugstore Award Best CAPE Science, Dejanay Hanley. The TDC Award Best CAPE Business, Zait Bodley. Bank of Navis Award, Zait Bodley. Ashley Farrell Award, Zevoncia Fobbs for Top CAPE Geography. The Yana Farrell Award for Excellence in Leadership, Lauren Lawrence. The Paul G.C. Hector Award for Excellence in Science, Dejanay Hanley. The Premier's Award, Best CAPE Student, Zait Bodley. Digital Award for Best Digital Media Male, Brian Dorr. For Best Digital Media Female, Javisa Dorr. The Maureen Adams Award for Best Communication Studies CAPE, Angelique Liverpool. The JHT Law Firm Award for Best Law Student, Zivonesia Fobbs. The John Hanley Award for Top Tourism Student, Tishari Brown. The Cornerstone Award for Art and Design CAPE, Javisa Dorr. The 1762 Cosmetics Excellence in CAPE Accounting, Zait Bodley. The Merrill Carbon Memorial Award for Best Physics CAPE, Ajuma Liebert. The Valedictorian Award from the Junior Minister of Education, Zait Bodley. The Salutatorian Award from the Junior Minister of Education, Dejanay Hanley. The W. Ferdinand Dorr Award for Best CAPE Science, Dejanay Hanley. And for Best CAPE Math, Angelique Liverpool. The Past Directors Award for General Helpfulness and Positive Attitude, Shaquania Liebert. And General Help, and that's for the female. For General Helpfulness and Positive Attitude, male, David Gandio. The Principals Award for Leadership, Zait Bodley and Lauren Lawrence. Perseverance, Naja Daniel. Positive Attitude and Cooperativeness, Shoyan Chapman, Shamaldi Lashley, Taniqua Elliott, Janisha Phillip, Shakella Tyson, and Roger Williams. And so, of course, okay, we have enough time. We have a few minutes, so we will be able to share Zayat Bodley's valedictory speech with you. Please take a listen.
Good day, everyone. Please allow me to adopt the protocol already established. A special greeting to the graduating class of 2021. Congratulations to you all, as I know it was not easy going through COVID and going through school at the same time. Let me begin by thanking everyone who assisted me in achieving this award for the valedictorian of our class. My mother, Shirley Bodley, who is here with me today somewhere, as well as my father, Samuel Bodley, and my sister, Sukima Bodley, who were unable to be here in person. My gratitude also goes out to our teachers and even my friends who understood that I would not be able to go out as often as I had to focus on my studies. And most importantly, I would like to thank God, as nothing is possible without Him. Me being a man of few words, I will not keep you for long. When I received the email from Principal Williams, no one could describe my emotions. I felt anxious, ecstatic, and confused all at the same time. I was mainly confused since it never occurred to me that my dedication would allow me to soar this high. Before the email, I literally did not know the requirements for becoming a valedictorian. However, after this confusion dissipated, and I received the news that graduation was in person, my original excitement doubled, all because this meant that I would be able to experience this achievement while seeing my friends in person. Since many of you barely know me, I would like to give a brief introduction of myself. My name is Zaid Bodley, and I am a Sanusian who considers himself to be an introvert. Yet still, I stand before you today as I am the valedictorian of our class. My journey commenced in 2019 when my mother informed me that she would temporarily be relocating to Navis because of a job opportunity. And I thought it would be best for me to complete my college years with her. At that time, I simply did not want to leave my island or my friends and was determined to do everything in my power to remain home. After many failed attempts, I said, since I must leave, I should make the most of my time away from home by keeping to myself while focusing on my studies. This plan, however, was not completely successful, as I quickly gave in to the warm nature of Navisians. And became close with a few people who I can to this day call my friends. In the end, I was still able to focus on my studies, as my main objective was to make my parents proud. This, along with the understanding nature of my friends, who understood that I had to stay home, allowed me to overcome my hankering to Lyme every weekend. But don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that everyone should merely stay home and study, because I would never do that. Anyone who knows me can tell you that whenever I'm out, I'll enjoy myself to the fullest. And before I end, I would like to give a brief story, which is one of my favorite in-school memories. It's about a group of girls who asked me if I liked Abby. Now, this being my first week, I told them I don't even know Abby, and I asked them, who is she? Not realizing that this is Navisian slang for us, and they were simply asking, if I liked Lyman of them. But anyways, my reason for giving this lackluster story was all to say that although I did not expect much from my time here, I'm delighted that it turned out to be a great experience. And I thank you all for the role that you played in getting me here today. To close, as we all continue our journey in life, some of us by furthering our education and others by entering the field of work, I would like to provide a piece of advice and a quote which I hold dear. The advice is to develop a habit of prioritizing and doing everything you decide to do to the best of your ability. And the quote is one from General Colin Powell, who was an American politician. It states, there is no secret to success. It is simply the result of preparation, hard work, and learning from failure. I thank you.
And that was Zaid Bodley, valedictorian of the Navis Sixth Form class of 2021. We look forward to seeing all of you and for all of you to join us next week for another edition of Youth on the Go here on One Radio. Have a wonderful week. Woo-hoo.
With all the power from the tower, this is the powerhouse of the Eastern Caribbean, VON Radio, from the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis.